RuneScape just dropped a brand new Road to Recovery roadmap, which is essentially fixing a lot of the big problems that players have been having over the past few years. 2026 is supposed to be the road of redemption and restoration to RuneScape's core roots of what made it a fantastic game and to make it an even better game in 2026 and going forward. I'm very excited to get into this. I'm going to provide you my thoughts and opinions as we watch the reveal together. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like this kind of content or if you're interested in catching any of the live streams, I would typically record this live, but today I am unable to stream. But I hope you enjoy the little yip yappery that I have for you. Please be sure to subscribe and or like the video, and let's get right into 2026 of RuneScape.
Step forwards into a new era.
Oh wow, that's a new logo.
Welcome to our biggest RuneScape ahead ever, and the start of a bold new era for RuneScape. As we celebrate RuneScape's 25th anniversary, this moment is about looking back, recognizing the highs and the lows over the last 25 years, and taking a defining step in orienting RuneScape towards a bright future. We're unveiling our roadmap plans for the entirety of 2026 and introducing a brand new identity for RuneScape, one that reflects both our heritage but also our ambition for the years ahead.
I really like the new logo. I think one of the things that RuneScape really needed is a rebranding, because everybody knows like the RuneScape 3 logo and like they really associate the terrible things in RuneScape 3. I think this is wonderful, and honestly, if this was the loading screen you saw when you logged into the game, like that's hype. I was just thinking about how they need to change how the loading screens are, because it's just something that's so iconic, that's very RuneScapian. I want to see more of that. This is looking good.
For me, it's a symbol of renewal, of growth, and of tapping back into the essence of RuneScape at its best.
Definitely need a lot of that. I think RuneScape is a fantastic game, but it has it's lost the original flair that I think a lot of people miss, and I'm definitely all for that. That's a huge. I think that's a good way. I think this next year is going to be a huge part of that.
This year is about setting RuneScape back on course to deliver meaningful experiences and lasting value to players. This anniversary year represents more than simply a milestone. For all of us here, we want it to be a turning point, setting RuneScape firmly on course for the future it deserves. And as we continue to evolve across the studio and our games,
I always love seeing how the developers are like making this game. I remember being at RuneFest 2025, and like there was a developers panel. It was so neat seeing how they do this, and I love when they introduce, they show a little bit of that in the videos. It's neat. It's neat to see for sure. And yeah, I just love to see, because it looks they do a lot of different things, and they got like so many accounts running. I guarantee you they're all playing their own accounts too while they're at work.
we're doing so with a clear purpose: to deliver brilliant content that is authentically RuneScape. Experiences that are worth your time and your trust. Now, we've got a fantastic show ahead, taking a deeper look at all of the incredible content planned for 2026 and our new dedicated integrity roadmap. So, without further ado, I'll hand over to the RuneScape team to talk all about the amazing things headed our way this year.
We've got an
Looking good. There's a lot of stuff on this map, man.
incredible year ahead, and we cannot wait to finally share what's coming throughout 2026. But before we get into it, let's not forget that extra tiny thing that's happening today. By the time this show ends and we come back online, Treasure Hunter will be gone from RuneScape.
That is huge. The MTX system, everything that was running through the game, the monetization system, the gambling system, gone, dude. That is awesome, man.
And hundreds of gameplay impacting MTX items will no longer be on sale.
A lot of them.
With that said, let's dive in with our new integrity roadmap, now aptly named the Road to Restoration.
Oh, that's a good name for it.
The Road to Restoration is an entirely separate set of integrity releases that sits alongside our main content roadmap for 2026.
I was a big concern that I had. I was worried that the integral, like the making of these things, like the new restoration of the game, was going to impact the regular updates, like the big updates and stuff like that, new bosses, new areas, new quests, yada, yada, yada. I'm glad it's going to be going side by side and hopefully not impacting each other. I'm hoping they take the MTX team and those folks are now going to be making the regular updates now.
Throughout the year,
Huge. So first thing that we got right now is the springtime now. So we got the visual declutter, world declutter, balancing update, huge. Early game balancing update, visual update, regrounding items. The combat system modernization is going to be really good. That's what the combat range beta is right now. And then we also got the Dailiescape overhaul, huge. More regrounding, dude, it's crazy. Free RuneMetrics, oh my gosh, we gotta talk about this. Aura rework, dude? Okay.
We'll be giving the core RuneScape experience a ton of TLC to restore a stronger, foundational experience for every player for years and years to come.
Wow, there's a lot of stuff.
These releases will hit issues like daily skate pressure,
Huge.
early and mid-game skilling balance,
Very
visual
important.
identity, and a whole load more. And we're excited to kick off this road to restoration through 3 brand new releases going live today, right after the show.
Sick.
Starting with the UI, we unveil a fresh new look.
Oh,
It's a
nice.
familiar update to the UI that keeps all the functionality you need, with a cleaner, more classic and fresher look throughout.
We've also improved the default layout to make it a stronger, more versatile alternative and something that works no matter where you are in your journey. As part of this, we're reintroducing the classic circular minimap and chat box. A small
Yes! The circular minimap, dude, no way! No
alternative
way.
and something that moved the default layout to make it a stronger, more versatile alternative and something that works no matter where you are in your journey. As part of this, we're reintroducing the classic circular mini
That is so awesome. I've wanted this thing for so long, and it's so good.
map and chat box.
Wow.
A small but welcome nod to the RuneScape many of us grew up with.
Love that.
This is just the first update.
It's just clean
in a
looking, too.
series of iterative improvements we want to make to the UI, with many more improvements to come, working closely with all of you to take this even
Looks
further.
good.
Speaking of visuals, our second release today will also introduce cosmetic toggle options. This will let you
Nice.
selectively hide other
This is really big because people really hate a lot of the cosmetics in the game, and I completely understand that. It gets very busy. It can be non-mythical gothic style that RuneScape is, and I think having the option to like toggle off like, when you see them, when they're around, you can choose and see what people are doing. It's really good. Only thing I do hope with this is that jagex starts to introduce different types of skilling outfits, different types of gear, because mostly you see everybody wearing the same exact gear. You see everybody wearing the same exact tools. It looks very, very like kind of like you're clocking into work to do something in an area. I'd love to see this, and they introduce different ways to have different gear to show. That way you can see what people are physically wearing.
players' worn customizations and their animation customizations at your discretion.
Nice.
Not a fan of wings? Hide them. If you want to authentically see what other people are wearing, no problem.
Love
that
that.
includes you, Timmy, with your half dragon, half adamant combo. We're not here to judge. All these cosmetic toggles will release in today's update, and later this year, we'll give you even more toggle options to hide other players summoning familiar customizations too.
Oh, wow.
Last but not least, our third release is a world update for Gielinor, focused on iconic free-to-play areas like Lumbridge, Draenor, and Varrock. These areas
Wow. That looks very... I like how Lumbridge looks, dude. It looks really good. It's crazy. It's gone through like 4 different colors of paint at this point. Lumbridge has been remade so many times. That's really cool. I think this is good, though. This is the start of that like regrounding, making everybody have the same art style, which I think RuneScape really needs, dude. Because it's gone through so many eras and so many like years and different hands of different artists that it's just kind of lost like it's a cohesive style. I think it's really good to have that blueprint and can maintain that going forward.
now match the visual standard we're establishing across the game, with more to come later this year. And in what might be one of the weirdest patch notes we've ever written, we've also updated all normal oak and willow trees across the entire game to a stronger visual standard,
Nice.
making it more consistent and cohesive with the game world.
Love
And on
that.
top of all of that, the in-game RuneMetrics functionality will be completely free for everyone this spring. This is part of a
Wow.
wider effort to make tooling more accessible and genuinely useful for all players. These updates mark the start of the road to restoration and set the stage for a year of rebuilding, strengthening RuneScape's core experience.
That's really big to get free RuneMetrics. That's pretty much like how it tracks like your drops that you get, how much XP you're getting per hour, how much XP you've gotten in like 10 minutes. It gives you a graph how much XP you've gotten over the years. It's insanely powerful, but it's been a paid added item for the last few years. So it's really cool to see that it's being added for free. So you're getting that general value added in for all members, not just premier members, the genuine, just regular $12 a month members. So that's really good. That's a huge change. That's a huge. People have complained about it for years, and that's just a nice added change to that. That's really, really good. Whoever's idea that was that was really good.
In February, we'll launch our Combat Modernization update. This will bring the 3 original combat styles into the modern age, building on the things that worked in our approach for necromancy and avoiding the bits that didn't. This update will make the styles more intuitive and easy to learn through experiential gameplay, with refined ability lists slowly introduced as you climb through the levels, and a simpler but deeper synergy between abilities.
That's really big. Right now, RuneScape's got a lot of ability bloat, meaning there's a lot of abilities to do a lot of the same things, or like you may not even use or never touch again, and they just don't make any sense. And when Necromancer was introduced, it kind of flipped that on its head, made it a lot more easier to understand. And so doing that for all 3 combat styles is going to be really good for the beginning part of the game. Only thing I'm worried about is that if it becomes too simple, and because one of the best things about RuneScape Combat is that it's complex at the end game. I want to make sure it maintains that complexity, but I want it to have approachability too. So we'll see how this ends up going. Hopefully it goes through the beta testing.
Throughout the year, we'll continue to make further improvements to combat as a whole.
Nice.
We'll have a full list of proposed changes in our supporting RuneScape Ahead blog, so be sure to take a look at the specifics after the show.
Later on in February, our focus will shift to the early game experience with our first of many updates to rebalance the game. We'll be looking to tackle unneeded friction in those early levels by solving their root issues. Think catch rates on shrimps, pickpocketing stun chance, drop tables, and much more. We want skilling to feel simple, rewarding, and engaging, encouraging players to progress into the depths these skills have to offer as they get invested. We'll follow that with a similar update for the mid-game in summer and a late-game update.
They're hitting every single note, dude. The freaking RuneScape PNG spots are getting slapped right now. It's so good. Because there's just too many bits of this game that just ends up being like lost in convolutedness, and it's really, really good that they're kind of like ironing out the early game. Early game is the most important. Early and mid game are the most important parts of any video game, because you need that level of struggle, but you don't want to have too much struggle where you lose a lot of people. I think MMOs specifically lose a lot of people in those beginning parts. It's like those beginning early parts of the game, because there's just so much to do. It's overwhelming as hell. I think it's super solid that they're going to be addressing a ton of these things, and I'm a big advocate because I think endgame is amazing. It's the early to mid game that are terrible, and I'm actually kind of interested to see how the endgame rebalancing is going to be
in autumn.
RuneScape is at its best when you are logging in because you want to play.
Amen.
As you forge your own path to achieve your goals.
Yes, sir.
Dailyscape is completely counter to what makes RuneScape RuneScape.
Yup. I hate Dailyscape. I hate it. Having to do your freaking bizwags, wilderness trips. Yeah, do your blood. You used to do like blood trees. You do like your farm run. Like farming run is your farm runs are already Dailyscape, dude. That is Dailyscape, this skill. So like it's such a pain in the butt that you have to do that for a bunch of other things. So I'm so glad they're addressing the Dailyscape pain, dude.
In this update, we'll be taking a holistic look at all Dailyscape systems.
Nice.
From shop stocks to Weeswax, to D&Ds, and even, yes, those hourly wildy events.
Yep.
We want RuneScape to be a game you enjoy playing for what it is.
Yep.
When you feel like it. And without a checklist of chores to complete.
Love that.
Auras create a time pressure and a feeling of complexity with extra things you feel like you should consider in your setup before you start the task at hand. That's why this spring we intend to fully remove all auras while redistributing some of those benefits to the core game experience.
Good.
No more.
That is such a good thing, dude. I love video games, dude. I love the video game of RuneScape, but dude, auras have always been like, I can't do this thing because I don't have an aura. I can't do this boss art because I don't have an aura. I don't have the yada yada because I don't have an aura. Oh my god, dude, we're running my aura down. Like, it's really, really, really annoying because those buffs are super important and such an integral part of the game that people don't do content unless they have an aura available. You can't do some of the combat achievements. You can't do some of the skilling guides and methods because of auras. It's so good that they're addressing that because that's such a pain point, and I'm really, really glad to see. But I wanna make sure that this is going to be integrated properly, because if no one likes player power being lost. It's okay to reallocate player power for sure.
More aura refreshes, no more limited peak efficiency, just a more enjoyable gameplay loop.
The Grand Exchange will also get some love
Thank
as we set out
God.
to address your most desired features and improvements.
Thank God, dude. The Grand Exchange is not so accurate prices. Imagine going to the gas station, grabbing a $1 candy bar. Dude goes up to the counter and, brother, this is actually like $3.80. I'm gonna light this whole shop up, dude. That's literally the Grand Exchange experience. It does not show accurate prices. You don't know how much things are. You don't know how much these things sell for. It just needs some love, man.
So we're going to get in there to improve
Really good.
things like how items update their price, buy limits, and more.
Good.
And as we start development, we want to hear from you with what changes and improvements you'd like to see at the GE.
Finally, later this year, among many other
I don't think the UI for the Grand Exchange needs to change. I think it looks good. Definitely needs a little bit of tweaking, but I think the UI is fine. Definitely like the integral systems of the price. It just needs accurate pricing. Maybe last actively traded in 30 minutes, something like that, or just make the price look better. It's fine.
Road to Restoration updates, we'll also improve our social systems through a dedicated update. While we're still
Oh my god, add proximity chat. I want to see proximity chat world. Or the portable world, or whatever the 4.3 world is, dude. I want to see proximity chat. And that would be literally a bloodbath, bro.
working on our full design for this update, we want to improve the overall social experience by improving things like chat range, improvements to broadcasts for things like your collection log drops,
Cool.
and some clan-centric features that make socializing in RuneScape much stronger.
Nice.
Okay, maybe we have
Was that a hint at a clan rework, dude? That could be a hint at a clan rework, dude.
one more thing. For many years, all of you have called for plugins, just
Nice.
like in old school RuneScape. Plugins empower the community to build tools, features, and functionality to enable unique experiences and take real control over how you interact with the game. Something you've told us could help RuneScape thrive. And as a result, we're investing in a new dedicated team of developers with one mission: to bring plugins to the RuneScape client before the end of 2026.
That is a freaking investment. That is a huge investment. You can see his nipples right here, bro. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. This thing is yelling at me. But to be able to hire a team of developers for one singular project, that is investment. I love that. It is not cheap to hire new developers. That's really, really, really good that they're investing in plugins, for goodness sake. I want to see how we end up doing these, dude. That's going to be really good. Only thing I'm worried about, at least for me, I probably won't use a lot of plugins because I love the vanilla experience, but I need to see how this ends up going.
To get this right, we need
Because if there's so much plugin bloat, it's gonna look like wow. Or some of the, so if you look at old school streams or old school people's screens, it's like, what the hell is even happening? Like, there's a lot of what the hell is happening in RuneScape 3, but that's like in the game. That's baked in. People are subjecting themselves to a lot of these other things, dude.
the very core of our design to enable talented developers within the community to do their best work. If you are one of those developers, we invite you to join the early stages of our plugin developer program today. Head
they're
to the
hiring.
Discord link below to apply for the program and help shape our systems to bring your ideas to life. Now, while we've removed many MTX items from sale in today's update, our ultimate ambition is to remove their presence in the game for good. At the end of the year, before we essentially make them obsolete, we'll give you the opportunity to get rid of any of them you haven't used. Here, we'll release other updates that replace the positive experiences these items could offer directly within the game. For example, what if, instead of having Slayer VIP coupons, you could just pick from 2 Slayer tasks?
Nice.
As we move through the year, there will be continued improvements to unifying the visual identity
I'd actually low-key love like a Slayer bounty board. That would be a huge update. A Slayer bounty board. Like, yo, dude, we have some. You gotta go kill all these things in one consecutive thing, one consecutive trip. No rebound. You need to have all these things made in one. That would be fire. I love that. If they're just gonna recycle Slayer VIP tickets, which let you pick 2 tasks, let's introduce a bounty board. That'd be super cool. That's just an idea off the top.
Identity of Gielinor. We'll declutter content from the world that doesn't stand up 25 years into this journey, while continuing our work to bring all of Gielinor up to the cohesive modern standard we've been establishing since 2020.
Wow.
That includes the player avatar refresh,
Oh my god.
which we'll touch on later in the show.
It's gonna be so good, dude.
The road to restoration is just the first look at the core initiatives to help give RuneScape the care and attention it deserves over this year. We want this roadmap to evolve.
Gotta remember, this is literally side by side with the regular huge updates, dude. That's amazing.
With your feedback as we move throughout the year and be shaped by all of your voices, your ideas, and what you think should be tackled next.
All of this and more is coming this year. And the best bit of all, we haven't even gotten to the new stuff. So let's start with Havenhive.
2026 is shaping up to looking like one of the best years of RuneScape yet, and I'm very excited about it. This is the brand new UI that was added into the game, the circular mini-map that they mentioned, and they baked in the brand new UI. It is brown. It's like, to be very honest, as a colorblind player, I do not know what this actually looks like, but the biggest thing for me is that it looks very clean. I like how they've added in a lot of these new icons. Well, like they added like the shapes around these things for the icons on the inventory, as well as still customizable and everything like that. Every single menu in the game is baked in with the new UI settings. I kind of wish they allowed you to pick the color of it. The previous UI that I had was a legacy colored UI, which was a different shade of brown, but I kind of like this one. I like this one a lot, to be very honest. And I did try the legacy UI, the one that the new players would get when they first log into the game. I think it looks very clean. I think that this is a really nice, fundamental and foundational change to the game, and going forward, if this is the tone and feel that the game is going to have going forward, I'm very, very excited for it. A lot of people think that these small things are like a little crazy, like why is everybody super happy about this kind of stuff? But I think in my mind that you need to have these big small changes to be able to implement really big content and it mean a lot more. Because if you can't get the small things right, you're not going to get the big things right. And I'm perfectly fine with how jagex wants to approach this. I am someone who speaks purely on results, not really on a bunch of speculation, unless I explicitly say this is speculation. But so far, over the last year of 2025, I think jagex did a fantastic job of crafting a future for RuneScape, and I do look forward to log in. Like, I wouldn't make content on this game if I didn't feel like logging in, and I will not play this game if I don't feel like logging in. I have no obligation to play this game, even though that jagex does pay for my subscription because I am inside the creative program. I have no incentive to maintain playing this game at all times. I do it for fun, I do it because I like to, and I think a lot of people should give it a try because I think it is a really fun game. I just realized I'm covering the minimap. That's what the minimap looks like. Looks pretty good. I like it a lot. Just a circle, but it's my circle. You know what I mean? So it looks good. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you watching the video. And if you're interested in seeing what the 2026 roadmap for the new content is, that is not the integrity roadmap for trying to fix up everything else in the game, be sure to check out the next video or the one that is going to be playing somewhere over here. And be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you next one. Catch a live stream. Follow me on Twitch. I like live streaming way more than YouTube videos. Please follow me on Twitch. Why are you still here? Click the video. Bye.